Well, let's take a deeper look at the issues. And joining me is an Associate Professor, Department of Political Science, University of Lagos, Dr. Kayode Ishola. Thanks a lot for joining us on the News at 10.
Well, thank you very much.
And I think it would be interesting to look at the ballot sheet, with 91 parties reflected. What do you think about this development?
Well, you're going to have a really elongated, to choose that word, ballot sheet, which may not necessarily indicate spread of democracy. Two parties are still dominant in Nigeria, and we're not likely to have anything different from what we have in 2015. However, with the sentiment of not too young to run and not too old not to run, if we choose to put it that way, maybe there's going to be a paradigm shift in the sense that some new political parties will pull more weight than probably you expect them to put. But dominantly, you still expect PDP and APC, perhaps with two or more parties, to take the dominance in,
And you remember that the budget for this election next year is still in question. No date yet as to when that will be discussed. And then we see these new parties coming up. Do you see INEC accommodating them? Is this going to be part of the new budget, we hope, or will it be present funds that they have already? As they say, there's a difference between, the funds they have for their general operations and funds for elections.
Now, one would be tempted to say that theoretically, adding 23 more parties this time is a good knock for democracy. Because even in the United States, where we are trying to copy, you see some parties that exist simply because they want something as funny as marijuana, legalized. But in practice, for us in Nigeria, when you add 23 more political parties, when issues of funding is still being discussed every day and is critical, the question is, how do you cope? Are you not biting up more than what you want to chew? Is the time going to permit you to be able to do a thorough job when it comes to preparation for the election and the execution of the election itself? These are issues that we may have to contend with because 23 more parties have been added. I don't see it not giving us problem, especially at the practical sense.
Let me just ask you quickly, with this whole idea of political parties springing up, before elections, shutting down afterwards, the accusations of some of them operating from their cars, they have no real ideology. How is this done in other climes, really quickly now, and what can we do to have some sort of standard where, the process of registering a party is
Well, there are no two ways in which it can be done. Democracy comes by experimentation. You just have to register and unregister. The problem comes when you register and you refuse to unregister when you discover problems. By the way, what should pain Nigerians most is the fact that most of these parties that are coming up do not have any semblance of ideology. Parties should be known for something, even if it is weird, even if it is unacceptable to the dominant section of the society, they should be known for something. If you Google all these parties that you have here now, you have the name, you have the party, ideology, zero. And that is not going to spell well for our democracy as a nation.
All right. Associate Professor Dr. Kayode Ishola, thanks for sharing your thoughts on the News at 10 tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.